first thing let's talk about is team communication. How do we make sure everybody's on the same page? That was really difficult in the beginning. How do we track the work? And what we ended up settling on was, well, we pay for G Suite already. So I was like, let me go in and dig into what G Suite offers in its entirety that might be able to make up for the way other companies are communicating. And remember, I was in the Vayner office. I know how they communicated. And so I was able to really build off that. How do we organize what's happening via email, what's happening via IM, what's happening in a virtual meeting, and what would we ever need to even be in person for? And this is what we found out. Any general company talk is happening only via Hangouts and chat. So GChat, for those of you, is basically the same as Slack. That just basically means, and this is true, we do not email each other. There's never like an internal email. There's rarely an internal email. That email we reserved for clients communication. So we do all chatting via Hangouts. I got into the habit of getting everybody just like, hey, just call the person, man. And so the only rule is like, hey, if you're not going to be by your desk to receive the call, just let somebody know. We're obsessed about using Google Calendar. Will block out our hour. So I'll, like, anytime somebody pings me and they want to jump on a call with me, I'm like, yo, check my calendar. Don't you see? I'm doing the podcast right now, guys. So for me, it'll say I'm doing finance for an hour, then I'm doing HR for an hour and a half, then I'm taking lunch, and all they can see that on the calendar. So we try to do that.
You have lunch on there?
I have lunch. I make them put in if they're taking 15-minute breaks. And so
Wow.
they have it's like everything is on there just so that, again, it's the same thing. I'm trying to help them build the routine back too, And so, like, what do you do when there's nothing to do is such a thing. So there's no water cooler, right? There's no cafeteria. There's no let's go and take a long lunch. I'm trying to help keep things somewhat organized. So my team knows the times of day where I'm most likely available. And they know if I'm in a meeting, especially if I'm in a client meeting. So Google Calendar and blocking time has been huge. GChat has been huge. And then every morning we do a little itinerary. I still do my 9:45 to 10 itinerary meeting with Amaris, and then 10 to 10:15 or 10:30, we always do a team meeting. And so I'll either get hit with questions from my team for different projects, or I'll just say, Brian, do you know what you're doing today? You make sure this and this and this get done. Good. You're good. John, Luke, we need to get these 6 posts out. How are those coming? And that's it. It's just the smallest reminder. The only other thing that we do consistently is, again, they kind of know after lunch. So around midday, it's like, there's time that I'm available for people to, again, ask me stuff that they need. And then at the end of the day, they all know that I can jump in to any one of their things and do a check-in. So 5 to 6 is always check-ins. And that's me checking in on whoever I think whatever I need to know. And so they're always available in the last hour of the day. If it's like a real conversation, we've set it up in advance always with a Google Meet. And that's pretty much the 3 ways that we've done it in terms of the team side.
We still use Outlook, and we actually just started using Microsoft Teams. So that's kind of our Slack. We don't use Slack. We use Microsoft Teams for that chat mentality. What our team does, we have, separate groups where we talk with, one person or my full account team, and we just, kind of chat how you would on G Suite. Just trying to think. We do have Monday morning meetings, but we go over like a 17-page status document where we go over all of our projects. So it's a lot. But it's actually great because normally we wouldn't go over that as a team, but because we're all working from home and there's a lot going on, and I feel like there's a lot more projects, and there's some, junior people owning projects, we want to make sure we have communication across everything. So that's kind of what we use our status meetings for. And I think everyone likes it. The only thing I would recommend, and shout out to my team, we should be going on video more often. We get into the habit of not going on video and just talking. And that's something, it's just so easy to fall into that trap. And I'll be honest, I'm one of them too, because at first in the beginning, I missed that human interaction with my team. And I think everyone felt that. So I said every Thursday during our 9:30 status, let's put our video on and just chat, because it just feels, more like we're in the office.
Definitely.
So I started that, and then somehow it fell off the deep end. I think it's because it's a 9:30 a.m. meeting, and I think everyone's still in their pajamas because a lot of people roll out of bed and work, possibly me included. So I think it's something that we do want to start doing again.
Thanks for watching that clip from the Creative and Account podcast. If this brought you any value, please consider giving us a like, subscribing, and hitting that notification bell so you don't miss out on the next one.